Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited. Benefit sent over their new Hello Happy foundations, and it is supposed to be 16-hour wear and then natural finish, 20 SPF, weightless, buildable, medium coverage, and the best yet, waterproof. So I'm gonna give it a go. This is their Air Stick foundation. You guys know how I feel. I'm not always on board with stick foundations. That's just my personal preference. I actually tried another foundation. It was the Milk one, and for a while I wasn't too happy with it, and then I kind of learned how to work with it, and then I ended up really liking it. So I'm very up and down with stick foundations, so we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. So they sent over the shades, let's see, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I was out at the beach all weekend, so I'm a little bit tan. I have more of an olive undertone, so let's see. I'm gonna start off with the shades 5 and 6. I feel like I'm gonna go with shade 5 just because shade 5 has a little bit more of like that yellowy undertone, where it looks like 6, and I'm just going off of the package, looks a little bit more, not gray, but a little gray. So we're gonna see how it goes. But first, I'm gonna take a Benefit primer just because I'm gonna stay in the Benefit family, just because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. Then it also says use a water-resistant sunscreen if swimming or sweating. But I thought it was waterproof. So I'm assuming that the foundation is waterproof, but the SPF in it is not waterproof. So that's something to be sure of if you're going to be wearing this and like maybe you're in the pool or at the beach or something. Make sure that you definitely use a waterproof SPF too. All right, so pulling it out of the package. I like it that it's nice and heavy and durable, which makes me think that when you pack it in your travel bag, it's not gonna break, which is great. How this baby goes. But yeah, you just turn it, boop, boop. Know that my problem area, full coverage, like that I always want more coverage, is this side because I have that hyperpigmentation. And then I have a scar from this really sweet pimple that I had that was like the size of Pennsylvania, and now it's like a little bit of a scar that turned into like a brown mark. It's a nightmare. So I'm gonna go on this side of my face and see what happens. So I'm gonna start it right here. See what I'm saying? You could see it has a little bit more of that olivey color. So that's like one swipe, and then I have like these blue guys under here. Always get a little bit of red around here. Then up here I don't really have too much going on, so just kind of bring it around and then put a little bit on my eyes. All right, let's see how far this goes with like spreading and stuff. Quick, I'm gonna take the Sigma Curved Kabuki, and it is the F83. I'm just gonna push it in. Ooh, okay. It's kind of moving. It's like moving pretty good. I know I look pretty yellow right here, but I'm gonna bring down my neck a little bit, just because when I am out in the sun, I put a lot of SPF from probably my collarbones up to the rest of my face. So don't worry, I promise you it's gonna match my body. I always put it in my ear too, just so I don't look too crazy. It feels almost like a silky concealer, kind of, if that makes sense. It reminds me a lot of the Naked Skin Urban Decay concealer. That's what I'm like, that's what I'm feeling right now. Very, very similar. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that it's not oxidizing, which is amazing. There is one that I'm not gonna say, it oxidizes so quickly, and that just kills me, because if I get a foundation stick, like I want it to be the color I bought. I don't want it to go 2 shades darker, you know what I mean? So I really like that the color actually stayed. So this is one dried blended swoop on this side of my skin, and then this is my other side. Wow, hold on. Let's go a little closer. One, that's a really good coverage for one application. You can't even see, like right here, it just looks like little freckles kind of, and that's pretty much gone. And you can still see a little bit freckles, but my blueness is covered. See like the difference? A lot of the pink and redness is covered around here. Down in my chin, a lot of the redness is covered. It definitely gives you that overall dewy, natural finish. And it's covering things, which is incredible. My hardest thing when looking for foundation, I want something that covers imperfections, but I also, especially in the summer, like to look really natural where you could see my little freckles and stuff that I want to be able to be seen. But I also want to cover a lot of the, you know, the hyperpigmentations, if I have any pimples, things like that, that you don't want to be seen. So it's really hard. You either get completely full coverage where it just blanks out everything, or you get next to nothing coverage. So this is awesome. And it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. Like once it dries, it really doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything, and it's not oily or greasy. I'm a very, very sweaty person in the summer. Like right now, I'm physically dying of sweat. And I don't feel like I have anything on my face, which is really, really nice. Like it even covered this little scar right there. Wow. I'm really, really happy about this. I don't even care that I would have to reapply sunscreen with this. I just love the coverage. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're getting this mainly for the SPF part and, you know, the waterproof part, you know, covering imperfections because you're going to be in the water, but you don't want like a big zit or your tired eyes to be showing, I would definitely recommend wearing this and just bringing along a quick SPF spray. That way you don't even have to reapply this and keep adding coverage and losing that naturalness. You could just spray over some sunscreen so you still have that natural foundation look, but you're also, you know, preventing the sun from hitting your face every 2 hours. So here's the finished look. All I have on is that foundation. So if you have really oily skin and you feel like it's a little too silky for you or too on the oily side or whatever, you can always take the Hello Happy powder, which I left a video review for it. I'll leave the link below if you guys want to check it out and see about it. But you could always put that in spots where you feel like you get a little bit too greasy. So for me, if I'm going to be out in the heat all day, I might bring the powder with me and just kind of pat it into right here where I get a little bit more greasy than the rest of my face, just to really set it and lock it in there. But for now, since I'm not going to be outside, I'm just going to be hanging around the house, but I get sweaty pretty easily, I would just leave it like this. Or if I was running to the grocery store, or maybe if I was hanging outside underneath the shade, I would just leave it like this. But I really, really like it. So let me know if you guys have tried it, if you're thinking about trying it, and if you do, leave your thoughts below. I would love to see what you guys think. I love you guys. I hope you like this review, and I'll see you soon.